Dear sisters, I'm dating a married man. When we met 2 years ago, he was considering divorce, but that wasn't why I said yes. He gave me what I needed emotionally and materially, and I thought he deserved better than his unhappy marriage. His divorce was always an on and off topic, and honestly, I was relieved when things between him and his wife improved. Then, out of the blue, he told me he's filed for divorce, saying he wanted the time and moral rights to build what we have. But I never wanted him to leave his wife or build anything serious with me. Now, he spends more times with me, no longer wears his ring, and I feel like this wasn't the plan. I've fallen out of love because marriage was never my goal. I'm thinking of leaving him, hoping it might stop the divorce. Do you think it will make a difference? Sisters, the question is, do you think it will make a difference? Nothing, that's the question. Let's stick to the question.
Yes, it will make a difference. It will make a difference. You see, honestly, don't be a reason why young children will lose their father and their home. As in, don't be a catalyst to a divorce.
Sorry, she met him while he was talking about his divorce.
His divorce, yes.
So she was not the cause of his catalyst or, divorce,
I don't even want to know. The fact that he was married, he was not divorced, and still going out and being in a relationship was a no-no. I don't care what anybody thinks. If you are this guy, your wife is not giving you sex, you are not happy, divorce, get the papers. Now you can go sleep with the whole world for all I care. But you cannot have one leg in your marriage, the other leg out, and be toasting other women. You do not do that, because what you do, you end up putting the women in a predicament. They don't know, they are vested in you, they are in love with you, they have hope, and then all of a sudden, meanwhile, while you're busy confusing these young women, giving them home, your wife is probably on her knees praying that her marriage is going to work. So me, I don't have a problem. You want a divorce, get a divorce. Get your papers, sleep with the whole world for all I care. It's between you and your God. But don't do that. You know, I'm very passionate about this because a young woman I know, same story, young, prospect, and the guy was her first guy. This guy came into her life. She was a virgin. Came into her life. Oh, I'm going through a divorce. Spoke to this girl. Cajoled her. Got her a house. In the name of today, this girl got pregnant in the process.
He's still going through the divorce.
Oh, it didn't happen.
Oh. So he's still
Sister
promising
girl,
her.
It did not happen. To make it worse, he got this girl pregnant, rented her a place, put her in it, and I don't even know whether they had some 2x4 ceremony on the side. I don't think it happened, but basically still in divorce. Like the girls would say, kebashing mene. Up until today. Do you know, after putting her in her house, made her pregnant, she delivered. He's not as vested in the relationship anymore. The girl literally got up, picked her bags on her, and took her child and went back to her mother's house. And to date, the guy is not divorced. Do you understand what I mean? She was she had prospects. She was hopeful that you were going to get a divorce. So that's what pisses me off.
So your problem now is two things: don't be a catalyst and wait for them to get the divorce.
Wait for them to get the divorce.
Right.
And plus, you were like, you want to have fun. Even if this guy divorces his wife and comes back, you don't even want to get married.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah, so you know who you are, and I applaud you for that. You are not the marriage type. It's not that
she
serious.
Doesn't know anything.
It's not that deep. So don't, like they say, so don't encourage it. Let him know that my guy, Charlie, we're just playing. Me now, I'm even feeling bad. So I'm not going to do again. Let him know. Cut the relationship. It has to be a very, like Rose would say, a very sharp one. Ping! You cut it. Let him go. If he wants to decide that he wants to get a divorce and wants to go to somebody, and you actually said that you are no longer in love with him. So honestly,
I don't think she was ever in love with him.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was.
Exactly.
She was in love with the benefits, which she
Exactly.
already has now.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you're not really like, it's not that deep. And this
Yeah,
guy
it's
is
not
like,
that deep. That's the word.
it's not that deep. So to make it easier on him, because right now clearly he's taking his ring off. He wants to now show you that, Charlie, yes, I'm the guy. Honestly, if that's a relationship that you even want to do, you don't even know. You could wake up tomorrow morning and say, that's Charlie, I'm also on to the next girl. Karma, like they say, is a bitch. You never know. But as long as you have decided that that's just not your cup of tea, make it easy on the guy. Do it sharp. Give him the broken heart so that you can live with your life. So that maybe his wife, who is probably in the corner praying that, oh God, give my husband a changing mind. Let his mind come home so that our children, So at least his wife, her prayers will be answered, and it will have nothing. It will not be on your head, though. The power
Can I
of
ask
the
you a
praying
question?
wife.
Yeah, we're always saying the power of a praying wife. The power of a praying wife. Who knows if the wife is the issue?
Who knows if the wife is
It's a
the issue?
serious
No
question.
problem.
Yeah, because we always make it look like it's the man that
Who's
is
always
the
in the
problem.
trouble,
So
yeah.
what if he's home and they are breaking his head at
No
home?
problem.
you.
No problem.
I'm not speaking for him, but we
It's a good
always
question
make it
you're
about the
asking.
other
Yeah,
woman.
yeah.
You know, the other woman.
I agree. At the end of the day, it takes two to tango. But my thing, or my point of argument is that I don't care whose fault it is, whether it's the man, whether it's the woman. At the end of the day, both of you decide it's a divorce you want, it's a separation you want. Get it, and afterwards go gallivant. Finish.
So, what I'm very confused about is from day one, they said the man was going through a divorce. And then what happened? Because I'm seeing there's supposed to be a gap somewhere.
He's going to go through it.
And then he changed his mind, and now he's now come back and says he
No,
doesn't.
she didn't say he changed his mind. She didn't hear anything about it.
And now he's
again.
finally saying he's going through
Yes.
it, but he has still not gone
But you
through
know,
it.
it's all
I know,
about
right?
processes.
So, I mean,
No.
You people know it's processes, right? Like it
Fine,
takes
yes,
processes.
I get it.
So
I get it.
finish
See,
it.
you met somebody, so their mindset, you know that what the person I'm being with is going through a divorce. Fine, we knew that from day one. But now he's saying that he's not wearing his ring anymore, and he wants to marry her, but still
has
hasn't gotten a
filed.
divorce.
He has
but he's
filed.
not gotten it
filed.
yet.
So then, out of the blues, he told me he has filed.
But has he gone through with it?
In the beginning, he didn't.
What was
file.
it?
It was just
for me.
talking.
Okay,
Wait.
fine. Me, my thing is the whole thing is a hot mess.
Usually,
for
I like
me.
to keep quiet to the guests my turn, but the thing
whole
is itching
thing
me.
is a hot mess for me because, and then this lady is actually funny though by saying that I fell out of love with him because now he wants to marry me, so now I'm falling out of love. I mean, she's disillusional for one thing because
No, I'm falling out of love because marriage was never my goal.
Yeah,
So
but the thing is,
she
that
was
guy.
never-
Yeah, you see,
She never
but-
planned to.
Yeah.
She was happy in the beginning
so
that
what
they
kind
were
of
together.
love? What kind of love were you in? Because the guy was already going through a divorce, so you knew that already. He still now finally said he's still going through with it. So how come you've now switched from what you feel?
She never switched.
But he didn't.
She
but-
never switched. If you listen well from the beginning,
Okay.
she said that she
Okay.
was even happy that
he
he
had
stopped
gone.
talking about the divorce.
Okay.
And things were getting better between
Yes,
him and
yes,
his
and
wife.
wife.
things were improving.
Exactly.
So,
But has
so
he
in
left?
the beginning, no,
That
she
is
doesn't-
my question.
The problem is she doesn't want him to leave. You're not getting it.
Yeah, but then what has that got to do with you? If you don't want him, you don't want him. I keep saying that you also have control over whatever it is you want from somebody else. If you're not getting it, why are you still there making noise? That, and then I'm falling out of love with him and blah, 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 blah.
No,
why?
no.
I don't get. That's why I'm confused because
Yes.
she's not making a clear-cut point that, because for me, I've heard from day one that already, whether he left or not, that is already there. He and his wife have never really had a good relationship per se.
So
How
he
are you
says.
sure from
So he
what he's
says.
saying? He's been saying
But
this.
she
he's been
doesn't
saying
care.
that.
She doesn't care about
Good.
what he's
So then
saying.
keep quiet.
But her own problem
yeah.
is what you don't get. Her own
Good.
problem is I don't want him to come marry me. That's her whole problem in this. I don't want to get married to you.
You let me
can be
finish
a
my
wife.
point.
I'm just warming your bed.
You're not making me finish it. Let me finish it. But the point is, yes, you are in there. You can get out if you want, right? But when you bring in the word love, just because what they mentioned before. Okay, first, when they mentioned he was going through a divorce, he didn't say he was going to marry her, right?
He never said so.
Okay, but my point is that you are in a situation with somebody who has somebody, and today they tell you, we are going through a divorce. Okay, now it's okay. Now I'm out of it. I want to get married. So the person you are with is not even sure. That's where I'm coming from. But why are you with that person who keeps saying this and that, and then you are also deceiving yourself, saying, okay, I'm in love with him and I don't want to be in love with him? Why are you there? That's where I'm also coming from.
Wow. She's a side chick.
Wait,
She's in.
that's-
So who said that side chicks cannot have feelings for somebody?
No, she
But
doesn't have.
doesn't
Like,
have
she's
feelings.
never had.
But you
it's
just
never
said
been
that.
that
You see,
deep.
is the you see, I was coming from that angle before, and now you are trying to put me on another angle. So that's why
From
I'm
the
now asking.
letter.
From the
It's in the
letter.
letter.
Gail,
I am not the
Gail,
girl.
honestly, it's
It's
from
in the
the
letter.
letter.
So
The
let me
letter says.
finish my point. It's like I can't even say what I want to say.
But you're not
That's what,
landing.
yeah, but
Land.
because you're not allowing me. That's where at least that's what I believe. I'm saying what I'm hearing and what I'm believing. It's very confusing. That's where I'm coming from.
Okay, have you landed?
I haven't finished.
Okay.
It's very confusing. So my point is that why are you with somebody who is saying this today and saying that tomorrow? That's where I'm coming from. Do you understand? Because you seem to know what you want. You, the girl, seem to know what you want. You are saying that this is what I'm getting from the person. So whether he leaves or not, and you are still getting what you're getting, unless he says, I'm done with you, I'm not giving you anything anymore, then you can now say, okay, this is what I'm going to decide. But if you're still with the guy, you're still getting what you want, and it's coming with that marriage thing, and you said you don't want it, why should you say you're falling out of love? Why are you worried about the whole situation? That's my question.
Okay, so what are you advising
Okay.
her
So
now?
I'm telling her that then if you are not happy, why then get out of the situation?
Rosie.
That's where I'm coming from.
To start, okay, let me bring it down.
Turn it down. Turn it down.
Let me turn it down.
Turn it
So
down.
you see, a lot of married men, some of them are actually in very happy marriages. But when they want to toast a side chick, oh, my wife is like this, my wife is like that, I want a divorce, I want a divorce. There are even men who throw it at their wives. I'll divorce you, I'll divorce you.
I'll leave you.
But when the time comes,
They can't.
they can't.
Exactly.
But because they want to eat their cake and have it, they throw that divorce thing around. And all I get in the message is that the man keeps saying. My question to this girl is that, have you seen proof? Even this filing, the man says he has filed for a divorce. Where is the filing? I came here the last time and I mentioned a story where some guy told a girl that, look, she and the wife, they don't have any common ground.
And she
They
she
are
saw him.
divorced, and she saw the man
With
with,
the
his wife and the other children. The wife heavily pregnant. And when he saw the man saw her and didn't even, he didn't even twitch, as if to even acknowledge that I've even met this girl somewhere before. And he and his wife and children were having a happy time at dinner. So you see, some of these men, because they are weak and they want to eat their cake and have it, they use this divorce card so that let you feel like
They're doing something.
that they are not happy where they are. So you are their happiness. That is one. Number two, it's very easy to be a side chick on some levels. Apart from the stigma associated with side chickism, and aside of maybe people saying that, oh, why could you could have gotten, it's very easy to be a side chick. The man demands your time maximum 2 or 3 times at a go. Sometimes once a week. There are even some married men who don't even have time to spend the whole week with you.
Exactly.
You don't share in their responsibilities.
There's
For
no
instance,
responsibility
there's
of-
no responsibility.
yeah, of
So
wife.
you don't have to take care of the man's home.
The
you don't have to
kids.
take care of their kids. You don't have to have the burden of
Nothing.
nothing. So all you have to do is to be like a paid psychologist with additional benefits.
Yeah.
So you are there to listen to the man nag about his wife from time to time.
Right.
You are there to warm his bed when he wants to. You are there to just be there and comfort him and reassure him.
And just look good for him.
And just look good for him. And then your job is done. The real job is by the wife. So my problem is that, look, madam, I'm happy you don't want this. But and I'm saying this, look, for a girl of your kind, if you want to be a side chick, your target should not be somebody who is saying, I want to be divorced. There are certain men who know how to cheat on their wives, and their wives don't know shit. Because they give what is due to Caesar to Caesar. maybe such a man, maybe you can, because the man will not be coming to you, be messing up his wife to you, and both of you will know that this is purely transactional.
Simple.
And then you go through with the process, and that's it. You don't affect the man's home, you don't affect the man's wife, nothing. But there's also a spiritual angle. Even though you think you're not physically affected, spiritually you may be affected. But let's put that on the side for the benefits of this discussion. Now, the man is a liar. He tells you, I want to divorce. You've been in it. Now he says he stops talking about it. So you think things are okay. Now he has come back to you. Look, as for leaving the ring, I also told another story here where there was this man I've never seen in a ring before. I've even been to his house.
A lot of people don't wear rings these days.
Then, no, not even that. One day, a friend of mine said he saw him in a ring. And I said, it's not possible. So I called him and I said,
Are you married?
no. Are you married? No. I said, oh, how's your wife doing? Oh, she's fine. And I said, oh, she's fine. Oh, no, let me explain. That was the end. I never spoke to this gentleman again. So I'm just saying that, look, taking the ring off, it's nothing. I can take my ring off on set right now for 2 hours to do what I want to do, and after I put it back. So taking the ring off is no assurance that he has filed for divorce.
Exactly what I was saying.
It's just that, it's just to show you that, look, I'm fully available for you now. Thinking that that will make you more invested and he's going to benefit more from you. So in this case, the man is being selfish. The man should come with a certificate of divorce to show that he's truly divorced, for you to know he's available. Now for you too, let me tell you something. You can't be a side chick and think that you're not affecting somebody's marriage.
Preach.
You can't be a side chick and think that you just want to benefit from the good and some other woman is not crying or wailing at the other end. So this whole thing about wanting to eat your cake and have it, where you want to be a side chick for life, benefiting from life, from the same man, and you think that their family will be intact, it's worrisome. Now, there may be some issues going on between the man and the woman, just like any relationship, even friendships. Friendships go through cycles, even normal friendships. I've had issues with her before, but we are still here. You understand? I can have issues with you, but all friendships, relationships, they go through issues. So maybe at that point that the issue is happening, you are giving him a comfort. And
You're giving him hope.
Men who are selfish, they're not able to see the bigger picture, holistic picture. So instead, all they can think of is, my wife is talking too much. She's nagging. She's causing me headache. But this girl doesn't cause me headache.
Because she has no
To
responsibility.
start with, she probably doesn't have children, so her figure is on point. She knows how to dress. She has time for the salon. She has time for the spa. She has time for all of these things. And when she's on my arm, this is something that I can carry around.
Do you know some men can have
Number
fine
two.
wives and everything, they still
Wait,
go for
I'm coming
somebody
to that.
else,
Number two,
you know.
this person, is able to intrigue me intellectually for a couple of hours and go. This person, but mind you, this person with all those benefits cannot take care of your home. Even in the absence of your wife, when you get, look, very few women can take care of your home, your children, like their mother would. So at the end of the day, I'm just thinking that, look, my dear, if truly you don't want to take over somebody's home, this is my advice to the girl. If truly your goal is not to take over somebody's home, as to marry somebody's husband, not just with this man, you don't have to be a side chick. Because the moment you propose to be a side chick and you do it well, the end goal is that most likely you are going to distort somebody's husband and make that man feel like you are a better option. And you see the way she's talking. Now, assuming what the man is saying is right, he's actually filed for divorce and everything. Now, he's going to do all that because he has hope in a new alternative. And you, the alternative, you're not ready for him.
You're a rebound.
You're not ready for him. So now he's going to be confronted with a situation where he probably divorces his wife. And he said, no, I won't do it again. And you have just distorted the home for nothing. So what's the question she asked at the end of the story?
No, she just said what she should, like, she wants to leave. Do you advise her to?
Yes.
So
please.
my advice to her is that, look, listen, it's possible that the divorce will still come on, whether you are there or not. But don't be the reason why the man will be so hopeful that there's a better alternative. So leave. When you're out of the picture, maybe out of heartbreak and hurt, the man will be more willing to work on their relationship.
After divorce?
No, they are not divorced yet. He said the man says he has filed for divorce. Filing for divorce is not divorce.
Yeah.
The courts haven't even started on it yet. Filing is just filing.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm just saying that, look, leave. And when you leave now, knowing that the man is heartbroken and cannot, doesn't have that alternative that he hoped for, he might be willing to work on it with his wife.
He doesn't want his wife anymore.
And if he doesn't want his wife anymore too, then proceed. He'll proceed with the process, finish the process. But at least your conscience will be okay, knowing that you left him, you were not the one. So for you, I was
not in the picture.
I was in the picture when he actually left. So now you've been a catalyst for a while, but it's okay. We'll forgive you. If you want to leave, if you're not comfortable, your end goal is not to take over the man from his family, leave now before it gets too late.
Right. Okay. All right. I think we've had a very great discussion. I think we all agree that she should leave. Sisters, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for this episode. I think it's a very interesting one, even though she sort of like confused us a bit, but yeah. No, you know what? For that part, I feel like, honestly, before I even give my final submission, I feel like if he's playing games, he met a game player too.
True, and he would deserve the consequences.
Yes. If he thinks that he's wise, if he thinks, okay, I will use divorce to be playing with her mind, he met the wrong person. Yes, because I feel like we need to say it out there. Like Rosie said, a lot of men use this whole divorce lines just to jump into your pants. And once more, and I know there are men watching me, and there are a lot of people that will agree with me, there are women out there that like polygamy. Because that's, that's the culture they know. And there are men out there that like polygamy. So if you know that you want to be a traditionalist or you want to follow culture, then there's no need to go to the courts or to the church and have a full, all that ceremony. Tell yourself, yes, I like polygamy. And go for the women that like polygamy. Stop stressing women, honestly. Because we can all play this game. But, what's the end goal at the end of the day? Anyway, sisters, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Let's take a quick break. And when we come back, I will be sharing my final thoughts. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for staying with us through this episode of Sister Sister. I mean, you have heard the letters, and the sisters have been amazing with their contribution and also thoughts on each matter. But now it's time for me to share my final thoughts on the 2 letters that were sent to us. So I'm going to be starting with the first letter of the issue of commitment. All I can say is, first of all, thank you for sharing your predicament or whatever that you're going through when it comes to relationships. But clearly, from everything that you have said or everything you said, it seems like you have an issue of, a fear of commitment. There are a lot of people like that, but they don't talk about it. But thanks for sharing. And this is also a very good avenue to let people know that there's actually something called commitment of fear. There are people going through commitment of fear, and that's why they act how they act with you. So it's not a you problem per se, it's a them problem. You didn't do anything to them sometimes, it's them that just decided to leave you. So in case you have ever received that kind of, action, abrupt disappearing from somebody, sometimes it's just them having commitment issues, and it does not have anything to do with you. And to those that have commitment issues, I think it's time that we talk about the importance of seeing someone or talking to someone, a psychologist or probably a psychotherapist. It's very, very important. Something must have happened before you feeling the way before you feeling the way you actually feel, and that makes you just disappear from people or not wanting to commit to people. There could have been an issue that affected you some years ago. It might be your parents' divorce. It might be something you saw. It might be an old relationship that sort of like caused trauma. It might be even you wanting to be independent and not wanting anyone to have control. So it's important that you start talking to, people that deal with these issues, a psychotherapist or a psychologist, because this is an issue that is happening a lot now. I don't know why it's happening now, but it seems to be happening a lot. People are beginning to speak out about it. People are beginning to talk about, people just disappearing, people starting to want to be in a relationship with them and they just disappear. So I think there's an issue of commitment happening and people need to take this thing seriously. We don't talk about our traumas a lot because we want to suppress it, but sometimes suppressed traumas can actually cause this. So yes, it's important that you go out there and seek help. And like Olivia said, if you're religious person, try to pray about it, talk to God about it, talk to whatever being that you worship about it, you understand? And have an open mind, have a Zen mind, and also try to, try other things to get out of your comfort zone. Don't always be in control. You understand? Anyway, thank you so much for sending those letters. Now, with the second, with the second letter that actually caused some brouhaha here in the studio, right? I think this is just a situation of, player meeting player. Especially the man thinking he's a player and wanting to use the whole divorce line on this girl. He just met someone that's not even interested in all that he's doing. She just wants the benefit of, being with a married man, and that's all. But thank you for sharing. I'm not going to judge you, but all I'm going to say is it's important that you leave. If you feel this is not what you want, if you feel like marriage is not even the end goal for you, just leave. Just leave. Don't be the one that, will make him linger on. Don't be the one that will make him, continue having whatever issues he's having with his family. He might have been having those issues already before he met you. But don't give him hope. You understand? Don't be that one. If your mind tells you, in fact, you asking this question is your mind or part of your mind telling you it's time to leave. I think you should. Just let him be. If the divorce hasn't happened since you met, I don't know how long you've been for, but this whole divorce line, it's getting old. It's really, really getting stale. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on this episode. And a very big thank you to our sponsors, Cindy Rice and Kivo Pepper, for holding us down. My name is Chris Carter, and this has been Sister Sister right here on Channel 1 TV and City 97.3 FM.